This is Jasper, and this is Missy. And a story about Missy. They're both rescue dogs. And Missy we got at the Humane Society here in Marion County last year, 2 years ago. How long have we had her? 2 years, yeah. And anyway, we had to get her, fixed when we got her. And so I thought, well, I'll get her that laser surgery because, they hardly have to make an incision and it'll be quick healing and all that. And so they still had to make an incision about that big. And they say, well, keep them calm afterwards. I'm like, yeah, right. I know, she's quite an active puppy. And she was, biting on it and licking it. Well, it got infected, the incision. It swelled up and got really, really hard. And didn't want to take her back in because I knew they would just give her antibiotics or do something, and I knew that the oils could take care of it. So I would, there's a blend that Young Living has called Exodus 2 for infections. And she hates the oils. But I dropped, would put a few drops of that on the incision and some lavender. And then they have, Young Living also has an animal sense ointment that kind of you put on top to seal in the oils and protect it from anything else. And so I did that, and within 2 days the swelling went down, the hardness went away, and within a week she was perfectly fine. No infection, nothing, and the incision healed up. And so that was pretty cool. And Jasper, he sometimes has a sensitive stomach, and so there's been a couple times he hates the oils too. Because you have to remember, animals, their sense of smell is so much more powerful than ours, and so what might smell strong, somewhat strong to us, is going to be extremely strong for them. And so anyway, whenever he sees me with a bottle of oils, he goes like this and turns and runs away. But anyway, I've used the when I can hear his stomach gurgling and he's got diarrhea. I'll take the Dye Guys again, great oil to have on hand in your first aid kit. Put it on his dilute it and put it on his pads of his feet, and a little bit on his belly, just a tiny bit. They only need just a tiny amount, and within a short while he's fine, feeling fine, back to normal. Leave him alone. But anyway, that's how I've used, the oils with these guys, and you have to be careful with oils around cats. Cats have lemon can be toxic, from what I hear, to cats. So you don't want to diffuse or use lemon on them. But and again, dilute the oils. You can do raindrop on the dogs and cats as well. But anyway, fortunately these guys have been pretty healthy, so I haven't had to use too much with them. But Dr. Wessner, again, alternative vet here in Ocala, really saved Missy, helped us. She was really aggressive when we got her. If she had a sock and you'd go and try and take it away from her, she would just, bite you and growl and try and, attack your hand. And took her to Dr. Wessner, and he tested her out, and she just about took his hand off while he was just testing her. And there was a series of homeopathic remedies. Turns out she tested positive for the remedy for, I think it's rabies meiosis, from the rabies vaccine. And so I know she had the vaccine before we got her, because she had to have had it, and I don't know if, when she was dropped off as a puppy before, if she had it. But at any rate, it was affecting her neurologically. And through a series of, it's kind of like peeling an onion, peeling the layers off an onion, through a series of remedies with her, I think it was a year later, Dr. Western came back to check on some of our horses. And I had the girls go get Missy, and she comes running out and wagging her tail and jumping up and trying to kiss him. And And I said, do you remember Missy? And he's like, no, refresh my memory. And I said, she was the one that was aggressive. And he's like, oh, that's quite a change. So she could be your poster child. But anyway, so she's a sweetheart today and is wonderful.